Hello, so today we are going to be swatching the new Uniball One limited summer Yuru Matope colors. So these sets are both the same except for the 0.38 option and the 0.5 option. So the 6 limited edition colors are Blonde Puppy, Cotton Candy, Morning Glory, Goldfish Bowl, Gray Kitten, and Sheep Cloud. So what I'm going to do is swatch these for you in both the tip sizes. When you use bolder tip, you will get a little bit bolder of color, so it does help to swatch both sizes. So I'll do that. And then also I'm going to swatch next to them the previous limited edition Uniball One that I feel is sort of closest in color. And so just, for some of you who might want as close of a restock to some of your old favorites as you can get, that might be helpful, but also it just gives you an idea on the color range. So why don't we start then with, go ahead and do the cotton candy first. So I'm actually gonna go in a little bit closer here. I think that'll help. All right, so here we have the cotton candy in 0.38. And then I'm going to put right below it that same color in the 0.5. So you can see it comes across a little bolder. And then what I like to show you is what I feel like is the closest to that cotton candy shade. Let's see, I have all my swatching shades here. All right, so for those of you who remember the fruit tea colors, I think the fig is, similar. So I'm gonna put that below. This is the fig. Oops, and that was in a 0.38 millimeter. So you can see the similarity there. And then the other one that I'm thinking some people might want to see next to it because it's fairly close would be the Japanese Wa colors, the Hanari Tsutsumi range, had a cherry blossom rice cake or a sakura rice cake. And so let me see. Here it is. Let's swatch that one. So here is your cherry blossom rice cake. So the cotton candy, I think, kind of comes out in the middle in terms of the fig is a little darker, the cherry blossom rice cake's a little lighter, and you've got that cotton candy kind of more in the middle there. So then let me put these back in the right spot because they're very easy to lose. That one. And what we'll do next is the Goldfish color. So let me go back in. And we'll do the Goldfish bowl. in 0.38. And then of course the Goldfish bowl in 0.5. Overall, I'm really appreciating these colors, and especially when I swatch them next to the most similar, I just can really still appreciate how unique most of them continue to be. I think that's pretty amazing. So the first thing I want to show you next to the Goldfish is the Japanese wa Miyabi Tsutsumi had a loquat color. And all I have to do is find it. Let's see. Here, it's in here. Okay. So I'm gonna put the loquat right below here. And you can see the Goldfish color is brighter than the loquat. How would I explain this? The loquat maybe starts leaning more brown. The Goldfish leans more orange or red. And then the other one that I thought was worth showing nearby this one would be the coral. Now let me see. The coral was from the Morning Time Study. This is the trickiest part, is keeping all the old ones straight. Let's see, okay, and then, so this is the coral from, again, that Morning Time Study. And so this coral next to those, leaning more pinky orange, a little bit lighter, brighter kind of, whereas the Goldfish then shows a little more red next to it. Loquat again leaning more brown. So then moving on, next we'll do the Blonde Puppy. So we've got the Blonde Puppy in 0.38 and our Blonde Puppy, of course, in 0.5. And what I think this is closest to would be from the winter series, the Roasted Soybean. So here we go. So I'm gonna put that, the roasted soybean, maybe leaning more yellow. The Blonde Puppy more brown or blonde, of course. And why don't we do next I'll show these all at the end on my master swatch thing too, so you really can see them with all of the colors. Okay. Just want to kind of give you an idea color range so far. So next we're doing the Sheep Cloud color. I'm gonna zoom back in. A very, very pretty blue that it's another one of those colors where you can see how unique it is once you put it next to other similar colors. So here's another Sheep Cloud in 0.5, of course. And I find, again, this would be from the winter colors. I find this one closest to the powdered snow, if you remember that one. So we've got two colors that are similar to the winter, which is very interesting because these are summer. So obviously they're, you know, it's almost like they took some of the colors and decided, like, how can we lean this more summer? I find it really interesting. Okay, here's the powder snow. You're probably like, just swatch it. I don't want to hear about your theories. So very, very pretty. I feel like the sheep cloud leans more sky blue. Powder snow leans more light blue. I'm gonna go back out. I just like you guys to be able to see them all before I go into the next one. Make sure I put this one back in the right one so I don't lose it forever. Okay, and then we just have two more to swatch. Thanks for hanging in there. So the next one we'll do is probably my favorite of the series, although it's kind of hard for me to pick, kind of as it depends on my mood, of course, but the Morning Glory. And like some of the others, when I first swatched this, I kind of immediately thought, oh, that is gonna look like the this and the that. But when I swatched them next to the other limited purples, I really was, you know, just really pleased with how it remains its own unique shade. And so I'll kind of show you. So the closest, let me zoom in, the closest that Morning Glory is, I would say, would be to the Pansy from the Autumn collection. Where are you, Pansy? Oh, here it is. All right, here is the Pansy. Another great purple. You might be thinking like, oh, well, how does it compare to the Ajisai, which was another great purple? That one leans, you know, more blue, and you can really tell next to it. I'll kind of show you on the master. And then before we go on to the master, I'm going to get our gray kitten swatched. Let's see, where are you? There you are. So let me go back out. And then I'll go back in. It's looking very rainbowy, isn't it? Okay, so here is the gray kitten in 0.38. And of course also in the 0.5. And this one is quite similar to the Sesame Gray from the Fika collection. Now the Sesame Gray, I would say, is a little, maybe I call it a little darker. So hard to describe these things, isn't it? Okay, this is, but of all of the colors, I feel like the gray kitten has the closest like previous match. When you look at it next to that Sesame Gray, it's just very close. So let me go back out so you can see them all. And now I am going to show you the master updated. I if you follow us over on Instagram, I did show a reel of the master updated as well. And I find that I really had to create this in order to not get just completely disorganized with my Uniball One limited colors. So I'm gonna kind of show you here. Let me see, what I'm gonna do is zoom here. So you can see I've swatched the cotton candy, and the cherry blossom rice cake is here, the fig is here. And then the next one here would be the Goldfish bowl. And you can see it's with the loquat and the coral over here. And let me go back out. And then we'll go to the blonde puppy. So you can see blonde puppy, roasted soybean over here. The blonde puppy, it was hard for me to decide, you know, did I want to swatch it as a yellow or a brown, but I do think the closest match was that roasted soybean, which is over here in the yellows. But it definitely is one that I feel like could be just like next to browns too, obviously. No greens in the series, which is interesting, because when I think of summer, I definitely think of greens. So then let me go here. Okay, so then we've got our sheep cloud. You can see it next to that standard lineup sky blue, which is kind of nice to see still how unique it is. Powdered snow up here, and some other similar ones right around here. It's still all very unique, which is very cool. And then let's go down here to the purples. But we've got our morning glory here, pansy over here, and then you can see like the ajisai, bellflower, plum purple up here. Similar, but not the same. And then finally over here, our gray kitten and sesame. So hopefully these swatches helped you kind of get an idea on what these new colors are like. So the new colors do come in the 0.38 sets, the 0.5 sets, but also they're all available individually, so you can get them that way too. And then for those of you who have seen a previous Instagram reel of mine where I have kind of created this master spreadsheet, I am updating it, and I am wondering if people would be interested in this master spreadsheet. I'd basically have to update it every time a new one came out, but I could do that. So let me know if you're interested, because I'm thinking I could somehow make it available on, you know, to download from our site or something. But basically I just need to update it, because this is how, when I'm swatching, how messy they can get. So when a new one comes out, I update it and basically redo it. So yeah, so if you'd be interested in that, let me know, and then I'll know if it'd be worth trying to figure out a download to offer. If you have any questions that I didn't cover in this video about these new limited edition Uniball One, please let me know as always, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.